to Pac Month, an 8-video series where we celebrate some of Manny Pacquiao's best career moments.
In this episode, we'll tackle a tale on how the fighting pride of the Philippines was able to make himself known and boost himself towards stardom.
Featherweight champion of the world, the baby.
Considered as one of the greatest featherweight boxers of all time, reigning supreme as one of the most electrifying fighters of his era. Before the fight, Barrera was already known as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Some of his most notable victories were against fellow Mexican fighter and his rival, Erik Morales.
They have their own little war outside the ring because Barrera comes from Mexico City and Morales comes from Tijuana.
No, yo no lo odio, nomás recibo a la gente con el mismo cariño. Simplemente que chingue a su madre, así de simple.
He also humbled British KO master, the showboating king Naseem Hamed, that was on a hot streak prior to their encounter. Everyone regarded Barrera as the featherweight king that conquered the division with his deceiving looks, hiding an unbelievable combination of power and technique. Given Barrera's condition at the time, fans expected that he would continue his streak of domination and annihilate his opponents. But his next opponent wanted to prove everybody wrong. This unknown fighter was a short, skinny, and young boxer from the Philippines. This is a tale of how the moon devoured the sun. At this time, no one knew who Manny Pacquiao was. For most people, he was just another victim that the babyface assassin would dominate. Why? Because Barrera was at the peak of his prime. Prior to the clash, Pac-Man was only 24 and had a record of 37 wins with 2 losses and a draw, while the baby-faced assassin at the age of 29 had a much more stacked record of 57, 3-1. On every aspect of the sport, everyone viewed Pacquiao as the underdog.
130 pounds!
The match hasn't even begun, but the crowd of course had a favorite. Yet, despite all of this, Manny didn't let this discourage him.
Let's get ready to rumble!
At the start of the first round, both fighters greeted each other with jabs and straight punches. And 30 seconds into the round, a controversial knockdown happened. Even though it was counted as a knockdown, from another angle, it looked like Barrera accidentally stepped on Pacquiao's foot. Despite this, Manny did not let it get to him and remained focused on the fight.
Okay? Alright, don't let him leave you. Let's back him up with a double jab, you hear me?
Then, 2 rounds later, Manny Pacquiao introduced himself and his ultimate weapon to the world. A quick left from a right jab knocks Barrera down, leaving the whole arena shocked.
Punching lefties, do you see? What a shot by Pacquiao.
I'm impressed with Pacquiao tonight.
From that point on, Pacquiao dominated. Combination after combination. Each time Manny successfully throws a barrage of punches towards Barrera, the crowd goes silent. Though there were times where the baby-faced assassin was able to land counterattacks, Pacquiao remained unfazed. On round number 6, Barrera went down again. However, the referee did not count it. and Pacquiao was not granted points for the knockdown. Still, Manny continued to demonstrate to the world his speed and power as they fought almost non-stop. But as the match went by, Barrera began to slow down. Manny's punches were starting to become too much for him. And on the 11th round, with 50 seconds left, Barrera went down again after getting hit by a barrage of Manny's punches. Manny was not yet done though, as he became a predator and chased after his prey. Pacquiao unleashed a continuous barrage of punches to the weakened Barrera. Right hand, left hand, he trod and trod endlessly until Barrera's coach stepped into the ring and stopped the fight.
What's he seeing here? I mean, there's no way Barrera can retaliate.
Giving Barrera his first ever knockout loss. All throughout the fight, Barrera looked surprised by Manny's speed and power. And after the fight, this is what Barrera had to say.
Yeah, not only those things, but also because he punches a lot hard and because he's a good fighter.
On that night, Pac-Man introduced himself to the world, and he did it with style. His win against Barrera not only made him a 3-division world champion, but more importantly, he went from a moon that revolved around those bigger than him, devoured, and became the center of the boxing universe.
And new featherweight champion of the world, Manny Pacquiao.
And that's it for this episode. Tune in for episode 3, where Manny's opponent is a literal giant. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and click on the bell icon for notifications.